Hello everybody, my name is Bob Conacher with Omega Research and Development. Today I wanted to show you our new line of OmegaLink RS kits. These remote start kits come with a vehicle-specific plug-and-play T-harness and a module. With an RS kit, there is no reason to have a host alarm like this and the module separate. The module itself that comes with the RS kit takes care of all the normal remote start functions. The one I'm going to show you today is an OLRS CH4. I know that may sound like a mouthful, but once you know what the part number stands for, it's really not that difficult. OL stands for OmegaLink, RS stands for Remote Start, and the CH4 is the firmware that it's running, the CH4 firmware. Install-wise, this thing is extremely simple. Let's say this is the factory ignition harness. Plugs into the factory ignition node. We unplug it, plug it into the T-harness, plug the other end of the T-harness back into the ignition switch. And then from there, the only thing we have to worry about is we have 4 additional wires, a parking light, we have a parking light flash output, we have a valet switch wire that needs to be grounded if we're not going to put a valet switch. We have a wrap circuit shutdown if you want to use it, and a hood pin that we do recommend. Most of the RS kits have some sort of analog connections or conventional connections that still have to be made. It's just not cost effective for us to build T-harnesses for every little connection. Programming on this kit and most of the kits is really very simple. All you need to do with this one is close and then open the driver's door, stick the key in, turn the key on, the light will flash green, turn the key off, pull the key out, hit unlock on the factory transmitter, and the light will turn green and it's programmed. After all your connections are made, all you have to do is hit lock, lock, lock from the factory remote and the car will start. Alright, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking now. You're thinking, Bob, you had me up until the point that you told me that it worked from the factory remote. I know a lot of you guys are thinking the factory remote's just not going to have enough range for my customers. My customers are going to complain. Well, no worries, guys. We've also made 3 different range extenders. We have an RF10 EDP, which is just a 1 button, also has unlock capabilities. We have an RF30 EDP, which gives you, again, up to 1,500 foot of range, has full keyless entry with trunk release. And then we have, if you're like me and have to have confirmations, we have an RF50 EDP. Again, gives you up to 1,500 foot of range, full keyless entry, trunk release, multi-vehicle operation, remote start and parking timers. Also has low voltage, low temp start. RF kits are very easy to install. Just mount the receiver on the window and then run the cable down and just plug it right into the kit, and that's it. We are also working on a full tutorial on the installation of features of RF kits. Once they complete it, I'll try to throw a link in the description below to that tutorial, give you a little bit more information on RF kits. As of today, which is January 20th, 2013, we are shipping 5 different RS kits, 2 Chrysler kits. There's an OLRS CH4 and an OLRS CH5. We have 3 GM kits. There's an OLRS GM2. There's an OLRS GM7, which will cover your Camaros, your Equinoxes, your Terrains, and then we have the OLRS GM10, which is going to do your 2007 and up, like your Chevy trucks, your Suburbans, your Tahoes, vehicles like that. In the next few months, we'll be shipping 5 additional kits. Yeah, 5 additional kits. There is an OLRS F01 for your Ford vehicles, and this will cover most all your new Ford vehicles, including your F-150s. We have an OLRS BM1, which is for the BMWs and the Minis. And then we have 3 Mercedes kits. OLRS BZ1, BZ2, and BZ3. You might have noticed some of the RF kit required next to some of the RS kits that I just went over. RF kits are sometimes required if you can't pick up the lock and unlock commands, or if the factory keyless entry is disabled with the ignition on. If you didn't have an RF kit, you would have problems with unlocking the doors and things like that after the vehicle is remote started. There's a couple ways to tell if you need an RF kit or not. One of them is by the box. On the front of the box, if you need an RF kit, it will actually tell you requires RF kit or car link to activate remote start. You also have on the side of the box, if it doesn't list the OEM remote, hit lock 3 times on the OEM remote to start it, there is an RF kit required. And the last is on the website, it'll say under required accessories, it'll say RF kit. Alright guys, I hope you found this information useful. I'll post a link to all the current RS kit manuals in the description below so you guys can look them over. These manuals are always being updated. So before you start an RS kit installation, make sure you download the latest version of the guide. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel to get the latest updates on Omega product releases, tech tips. Thanks again for your time. If you have any questions, send us an email, sales@caralarm.com, or give us a call at our corporate office. It's 800-554-4053. Thanks again, guys.